Hey everybody, welcome in, and oh there we go. That was where the game was not gonna go up. Get settled for another awesome night of housing, hope you had enough wine, and let's get started. Why's my camera at a weird angle? Oh, it decided to stop capturing from the good webcam. Give me one sec. Let's see if this goes. And now I'm gone. And there I am. Cool. Alright. Learning experiences. So welcome in. This is night 2 of our real Endgame home goods housing contest. So all the entries you will see are limited to things you can buy from the home goods vendor. And yeah, let's pop into it. So Shadows had one lined up. If anyone else... yeah, Mercy. I love that moon too. Welcome in. So yeah, Shadows, if you don't mind, we'll start off with you, and then if anyone else in chat has a build they want me to tour while they're in chat, I would be more than happy to. Awesome. So this will be an ample domicile, cozy hobbit village. Aw. Oh wow, with home goods? That sounds fun. Let's check it out. When your wanderings take you far from the comforting sights and smells of home, look to the horizon over the hill and through the glades, for there, nestled quietly in the twisted boughs of giant old pines, lies a small village of hobbits. With no shortage of enticing food, cozy hearths, and welcoming hospitality, you're sure to find your stay here a blissfully relaxing one. So lean back in your chair, turn your face to the warming sun, and let your worries melt away, while you soak in the natural calm surrounding you. Aw. Well, that sounds serene as heck. You're intended to enter the main home, longer house directly across the entry gate. It's a little tricky, so aim slightly to the left of the doorknob. Cool. Oh, wow. Oh, this is a huge transformation. I love the Fargrave pennants. What a great home goods item, just in general, but especially when you're limited to a home goods palette. They're just so colorful. Oh, wow, this is lovely. We've got the Hobbit round pseudo doors made of the limestone retaining walls, and then the doorknob made of the stool, and the Leonin carpet for like the painted red. I love that. This is wonderful. Love just all the trees going up and up, all the hedges covering the hobbit holes. Got those rough planks for little roof awnings. Got lots of stacked up rough planks, just making like full-on wooden structures. Got these nice reclaimed wood platforms. Got the reclaimed wood bridge. It's a really nice rustic fence if you turn it on its side. Yes, Crimson, this is the home goods contest. Welcome in. Yeah, this is by Shadows Assassin on PCEU, ample domicile. You got some lovely pets here. Got a little goat, got a chicken, a little basket there, lots of sunflowers. Trying to figure out if this is a reference to something. Like, is that a spider? Is that like the dismembered abdomen of Shelob that Sam brought home with him? Or is it something more mundane and I'm just reading way too much into it? I do like the Infernal Guardian there as a little like pop of color though. Poor attempt at a beehive. Oh no, I see it now. I like that. That's cool. That's cozy. Alright, we got the firewood. Lots of colorful flowers. That's where we came in. You got the crabapple trees. These are an underrated tree from Cragmorn. These crabapple ones with the little blossoms, I just really adore them. Sometimes you don't need a gigantic tree, you just need a colorful tree as a focal point, and that one does a really good job of that. Deathly afraid of those waspies, yeah. Especially if they're on fire. They're just shooting fireballs, that would be something. Oh man, I love how you built up the canopy so you see the light just kind of filtering through all the different kinds of leaves got here. Want Zos to hurry up and give us actual apple trees, right? More fruit trees, more farm plots. Oh, I got a little loon in the water. I love that this house comes with water. Like just a little bit of splashy water. The light, right? That is so good. Beautiful. You got the common lantern up there. There's a loon just kind of chilling. It looks like a... not a penguin. Yeah, a penguin. Like a rockhopper penguin. I think that's the name of them. fruit trees in the wild we could harvest from. That would be, yeah, a very weird duck. I love Slimecrawl just hanging out in his log. Nice use of the trophy heads. We got some beautiful mossy boulders building up the terrain, hiding the poo hut behind multiple hobbit holes. Oh no, your XP potion. You grinding some levels, Crimson. There's this little rabbit hutch, chicken coop. Alright, nice use of the hay bed for a little bit of straw in there. Let's get some great use of the open crate. Chicken coop, nice. Yeah, I guess I could have checked to see if the chicken path's in there. Oh man. Love the colors. Just bright colors against all these green hedges just really sets a mood here. And the twisty dawnwood trees, got some blooming ginkgo trees. The laundry hanging. Really do like these hobbit doors just made of curved retaining walls. Aw, that is a really cute little upholstered bench. I love that, using the cargo crates just for this very simple but so comfy looking like burlap bench. That's great. Alright, so can't go in that one. Just gonna smush against all these, just make sure I'm not missing anything. You said the lower poo hut is the one that we're allowed to enter, right? Each house has a little couch. Yeah, I love that. I have never seen that cobbled before, and that is the kind of the magic of a home goods contest. Just the fact that we're gonna see cobbles that are not part of the housing meta because, you know, they've never needed to be. I love this cat. This looks just like Lax. Hey, buddy. It's right down to that little orange nose. He only has 2 ears, though. You got the cute little doggo up here. I love all the pets. And this bridge, like this curved upside-down bridge just going over the roof of the hobbit hole. That was really cute. Got the softly falling petals from the ginkgo trees. Man, I've seen a lot of Shires, but this, I think, is the first one that I've seen 100% out of Home Goods, and dang, like, it's just so rustic. It's such a unique Shire vibe to all the other Shires I've seen. Like, every Shire I've seen has been a completely different take on it, which is wild to me, because, you know, you'd think it's the same premise. You take some hedges, you curve them up into roofs, and you got a Shire. But no, there's so many ways you can make the doors, so many different kinds of like landscaping options, and so many ways to imply like a very pastoral, you know, away from the troubles of men and elves and dwarves. And here I am, just an orc, just kind of trampling on all their livestock. And these houses are just so freaking adorable. Alright, let me reread my instructions here. You said... Let's see. You're intended to enter the main home, longer house directly across from the entry gate. Aim slightly left of the doorknob. Okay, because that carpet is going to get in the way of the interaction a little bit. Okay, so here's the gate, and here's the door we want to get into. So we want to aim... Smush your head in. There we go. Yeah, go into first person, smush your head in, because it's weird. Interactivity is based on where the cameraman is. So if you're in first person, like, you can interact with things a lot more easily than if you were zoomed out, which is kind of weird. But it also kind of works if you want to, like, force perspective to make it harder for people to mess with your things. So yeah, see, no interactivity, and then, oh, there we go. And then, yeah, we zoom in the camera a little bit so we can get in on, there we go. So thank you for those instructions. Those were immensely helpful. Oh, wow. That is cool. Just all these multiple bridges curving. These are bridges, right? Yeah, tips for breaking and entering. And for keeping others from breaking into your stuff. Yeah, the reclaimed wood bridge. Got a little side door over here. Love that. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, the instructions were great. Love how you've like used the rough platform planks and then like doubled up on them to hide the gaps. It's like not the most slot efficient platform, but in a home goods contest, it kind of is. I can't think of anything that would get you that wood effect that's like less gappy than just taking the rough platform planks and doubling up on them. Plus you get the cool little brassy bolts. Just kind of breaks up the texture a little bit. You got this generic high elf lady, looking very nice as a little hobbit statue. Oh yeah, the fireplace. Look at that. Just a couple of retaining walls. Just 3 retaining walls, and then 2 more for the bottom bit. You've got a little like safe. Maybe it's like food storage or something. Maybe just where you store your ashes after you're done with the fire, so they don't burn the house down. I don't know. Yeah, it really is nicely proportioned. It's really cool with the retaining walls. We're seeing some absolute magic with those retaining walls. I love that. The armory station, again, just isolate the dummy from the armory station. Oh, and have little like side drawers with the coffers. Oh, and not all the armory station's been isolated. Just a little bit at this angle to make it totally unique. That is wonderful. And then you even get to keep the book and the candles out of that. But then hiding the bulk of it with the wall there and the bar island there. And then building up to kind of elevate the planter with this bar island as well. Man, people are getting a lot of use of this this common, what is this? Common counter island stall. Doodah, doodah. Love the shelf up there too for the Kunzari tablets. And again, we see this amazing upholstery courtesy of the cargo crate. Right? Yeah, we're seeing it as wardrobes, we're seeing it as like structural pieces, front doors, everything. It's great. It's just a really unique kind of wood texture and kind of a unique model shape as well. But yeah, love the whole rounded ceiling, and it's amazing how spacious Ample Domicile actually is. Like, it feels kind of cramped when you're just in the default Argonian thing, but a little bit of reskinning just makes it look more like a normal house. And to me, it just makes it feel more open, even though it literally is less open. It's magical. Right, I believe... Oh, I also love this. Hyath, the trophy head guy, the guy who will not shut up in Dragonstar Arena, makes amazing door handles because of his little flag. You just stick that sideways and use the snakes as handles. I love that trick. Even in a non-home goods contest, they're just really great for when you don't want to spend a slot on fake handles. Love the chimney, again, with the retaining walls flipped around so you get that that other brick texture on the other side. Love that. Really, really cool. Got an upside-down bust for a little pedestal there. Nice use of all the collectible slots. Picnic basket, backpack, some lovely kind of pastoral, rustic choices of paintings. Use snakes for the faucet knobs. Yes, exactly, Maeve. The 2 doors to either side are there to suggest there's more house. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can go so far with the fake door. Like, you don't need to show everything. You can just tell. I know it's the opposite of, like, how they say you should write for, you know, for stage and screen and stuff. You should show, not tell. But, like, for housing, it's okay to tell instead of show. Like, one fake door can just imply so much. Suggest there's more house beyond, like the bedroom, kitchen, etc. Besides the outside, just longer width-wise, you can play with it. Yeah, as long as it makes sense inside and out, which is more than I can say for Zos sometimes, it really just works. Like, you just need a living room, and that way, in 400 slots, you get so much more room for activities and landscaping. Beautiful, beautiful work here. Love all the lantern. Honestly, the common lantern is one of my favorites, even, like, outside of a home goods contest. It's just got that cool animation. It's got a nice rustic kind of patina on it. Got some cool glass. It's just a nice piece. Very, very nicely done, Shadows. Alright, did anyone else have a build in this contest that you want me to tour? EU or NA, doesn't matter. Because if not, I'll just start at the top of the list. This is an Ample Domicile. So the Pooh Hut has been hidden behind 2 hobbit holes. And then most of the swamp has been hidden by canopies and boulders and hedges and stuff. It's a really complete transformation. And I think the thing that makes it look the most Hobbiton is honestly the Fargrave pennants. Like, even outside of the domed hedge roofs. I just really like these pennants, just completely setting the scene here. Everyone on NA, but you enjoy... Okay, fair enough. Well, if I end up on NA, if you don't mind, I can definitely pop over to yours, because I probably will make it through... Let's see, I've got... Yep. It's like 5 on EU left to go for the beginner category, and then move on to the beginner category on NA. Cool. Yeah, thanks so much for sharing, Shadows. That was awesome. Alright, so first up in the beginner category is going to be by Aquana. Hall of Allure champion. Oh, what's my... Oh. Bear with me. My sheet seems to have hidden the script part of it. There we go. Alright, and thanks again, Lilarna, for organizing this contest, and for popping into chat, and for, really setting up this nice spreadsheet, so I can just pop right to each house and read the descriptions. It just makes touring so much more convenient when, like, the people running the contest have all the scripts ready to go. Just really and truly appreciate that. So this one is by Aquana, PCEU Hall of Allure champion, titled Echoes of the Lion's Heart. This house holds the spirit of a brave Khajiit whose warmth and courage inspire. A hidden corridor leads to a moonlit portal opening into a lush, tamed jungle sanctuary where nature blooms in harmony. Beyond, an endless horizon of breathtaking Elsewhere's nature unfolds beneath the celestial sky, while inside, cozy rooms fill the air with warmth. Lion's Cradle is a place where time bows to peace and heart walks freely. Did I do all of season last night? No, I barely did any last night, Fiendish. I was just kind of like moseying. I also did 2 just community tours before I started the contest, because I knew if I didn't get to those, it would be a while before I circled back to them. So yeah, we got off to a slow start, but that's how it usually goes, and then I just kind of... I get into a rhythm. Oh wow, that is a lot of scavenged plates to railroad us to the Lion's Cradle. But man, what a style investment, honestly. And they're also like nice and straight and symmetrical. And like the slot miser in me is crying, but I honestly just love the commitment here. Also like the weather control just right on the pedestal over there. Hey Apollonia, welcome in. How you doing? Oh, that's cute. Little vase of flowers. What is? Oh, just a rough bowl. Oh, and it's so you got the Kunzari tablet as a shelf because right, you have to like stick the Kunzari tablet on it to activate the portal. So instead of just having it be stuck on the pedestal, they turned it into a cute little shelf. I like that. Yeah, lovely weathered Leowin carpet leading us in. Got those gorgeous new solstice vines. So this, yeah, Slot Miser. He's Mr. Slot Miser. Whatever I touch turns to slots. Yeah, thanks so much, Lorna. I really appreciate you. Slots, 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 everybody. Oh, I love the bees and torch bugs. These limestone boulders are just such a flexible little piece for gardens. You can really make some cool rounded edges for all your, like, there are so many houses where they have a cobblestone texture that kind of just, like, awkwardly fades into the dirt. So if you want to break it up, it really pays to use these little limestone boulders, and I wish we would get more styles of them. Like, that was a one and done from Somerset. Same with the retaining walls, that I really think they should give us more, like, styles and colors of, like, these kinds of shapes. They really have just been a fantastic asset to housing throughout. That is the Coral Bear. That magical little sparkly effect is a bear underground. I love it. I don't know how many of you got the Golden Pursuits a few months back, but we got a bear from those. And it's not a very pleasant looking bear, I will be perfectly honest. It's not my cup of tea, but the fact that you can hide it inside things and under things and just use it for the sparkles makes it so worth the effort to get it. And I really hope they bring it back for anyone who missed it, because it's just such a unique, like, particly starscape thing. But also the implication that there's just a bear underground just making those magical sparkles is kind of cute. Got the lovely butterfly. Ooh, got that nice tall beach grass. I love that new grass. Even going out to the edge of the cliff too, just kind of like breaking up the view out to Senchal. Sunbird flowers. Got these lovely southern Elsewhere palm trees. Got some succulent trees. I like how they broke up the space too by adding lots of landscaping, so you can't just like beeline under the stilts. Right? Bear buried in ground. Probably not a stat that Zos checks. 100%. I love these bright red Dejas too. Super cool. It's just such a pleasant vibe in here. Love the hanging vines. Love all the little raised beds. I feel like since I took up gardening this year, I've gotten more appreciative of how people landscape their houses, because landscaping has always been a thing that never really caught my attention before. Like, I mean, in real life. In housing, it's always kind of caught my attention just because like I enjoy how people have done it. But now I'm like really paying attention to the logistics of a raised bed, and I think it's interesting how many directions you can take it. This little under the house area is really cute if you break it up. I love how they use the scavenged plates to make little pseudo windows that still let you see the outside but make it feel a little more cozy. Also, love the custom sconces with the upside down and right side up common lanterns, the non-swinging ones, just to make a fun little sconce. Because they don't put out a ton of light, so if you want to illuminate a lot of the space, doubling up really helps on that. And this is such a cute little custom bed. Look at this thing. Just a worn carpet from Leo and Home Goods. Got some scavenged plates, and they gave quite a bit of business to the Clockwork City Home Goods vendor. Yeah, right? Yeah, the shape of it matches the... Yeah, good point. It's like that little kind of snowman hourglass shape. Yeah, that looks so perfect like that. That's brilliant. And then... Alright, I'm ashamed to admit, I'm not sure what I'm looking at for the pillows. Is that... Oh, those are all satchels. Holy crap, really? Wow, yep, sure enough. Huh. It's crazy. Yeah, they make such nice little rustic, kind of leathery pillows. Love that too. The upside down statuette as a candle holder. Yeah, it's nice. Oh, come on. I love it. The knobs are rough morsels of bread. The bread that is so low res that it could feasibly be anything tan. Rosie Lonnie, welcome in. How you doing? That is, yeah, so creative for pillows. And then for the nightstand, this is all book rests, by the way. The majority of this are those common book rests cobbled into a nightstand, and then the knobs are rough morsels of bread that you wouldn't think would work, but just because they're like such a basic furnishing, they're so low res, which actually kind of works in our favor. To just use it as like any chunk of like this could be bread, it could be a pebble, it could be a little like wood chip, it could be anything. Despite the fiery weather you're doing, oh no, I'm sorry about the weather. I'm doing great. It's actually like raining, like storming here, so if I lose power, you know why. But yeah, other than that, doing pretty good. Lots of cool houses to see. Yeah, right now we are in Aquana's Hall of Lunar Champion in the Lion's Cradle wing. They've built this cozy little bedroom entirely out of home goods furniture. You know, I only just noticed that this floor is entirely crate lids. Look at that. Alright, I need to show you how small these things are. Look, every single square of this floor is a separate crate lid. And they lined up those planks so nicely. This must have taken so freaking long just to line it up. Because I can't even imagine EHT would do that good a job of making a grid. Like, you really would have to just go in there and manually line all those up. That is crazy. Yep, slot investment. That is incredible. Yep, definitely precision editor staring. And there's no flickers. Like, when you make a grid this size, avoiding flickers is, like, just ridiculously hard, because everything has to be on its own separate little plane, or at least on a separate angle, and this looks like the illusion was so seamless. I really didn't even like pay it any mind until I looked down and I'm like, wait, I know that wood. That is crazy. Holy crap. That is brilliant. I love the Khajiit of the Moons thing too, that little tapestry for the back. What a great bedroom. Entirely out of home goods and common things. Right, Crimson? Yeah, like it's on a whole other level when people are once again confronted with the OG furnishings that like we didn't have structures back in the day. We had like individual chunks of blocks and planks to work with, and still people made do and made amazing structures. The slots just didn't go as far. Got a little basket of laundry there, very nice. Oh, another satchel too. Now I'm recognizing that leather texture. Still have a house built from bookcases. Nice. I'm still thinking back to that Iliad ruin that was made almost entirely out of retaining walls, and just thinking about how many more slots you can get out of the real alien stuff now that we have those. But there's something to be said for like that big of a structure just being made entirely out of retaining walls. I like the Kunzar Re tablets as a washboard. Like I've seen these tablets as a lot of things. Don't think I've ever seen them as a washboard before. That is clever. Love that. Yeah, retaining walls are just such a versatile piece. Like I was saying before, I'm shocked that they. You want some of this rain? Oh yeah, go for it. It is making my potatoes and my berries happy. Yeah, the extended deck with the rough docks, because the rough dock texture actually matches the lion's cradle section very nicely here. And stick fences all around, and we've got these adorable little patio chairs made once again out of crate lids and rough crates. Little Tales of Tribute game there. Got the whole palm tree. Oh wait, no, that's not a whole palm tree. It's one of those little solstice palms, right? Yep, Sierra palm in the bucket. Yeah, this section of the house is probably my least favorite for decorating, but my favorite view. And it's just so sad I don't have another Hall of the Lunar Champion other than my EU one, because I would totally love to take advantage of the views out here. Maybe do like an airship or something. Oh, Pirari's skulking about. I almost didn't notice her. See a lot of fun Pirari usage. Yeah, lovely, inventive little deck chairs here. You got the pretty solstice vines up there, mixed in with the green vines. Alright, well, it's in the house. Ooh. Oh, love the reskin of the walls. These might be my least favorite default walls in the entire game. You know, tied with Lucky Cat Landing, because they're the same moldy walls in there. So I love that these walls have been reskinned with the Leeuwin carpets. Like, again, slot investment, but so worth it here. And then using the paintings like in around the beams just to make little tapestry panels, I think is really well done. And we got the same custom lantern sconces we saw outside. Oh wow, that's sectional. Just retaining walls as a sectional and just making them plushy with the weathered carpet. Love it. The scattered Fargrave papers. I'm honestly surprised I haven't seen more of the Fargrave papers. They're a nice big chunk of clutter for one slot. But haven't been to too many entries yet, so we shall see. Love the satchels as throw pillows too. Are these? Yep, 2 satchels each for a pillow, just to keep it symmetrical. Love that. And again, crate lids. So wow, they could have been content with the basic wood of the Leeuwin planters, but they went the extra mile with all these crate lids just wrapping around to make it like a full-on like planter setup. And they even clipped these two together to make it a little more unique. So like the snake plants on either side have been cobbled together into like a thicker snake plant. It's really cute. Got a little hutch made of rough crates. Alright, I'm getting some ideas now for if I ever do a home goods contest as an entrant. Because I can't think of the last time I did a home goods only contest, and now the wheels are turning, seeing what toolkit is available here. Got the rough morsels, that's knobs, got these got a variety of different wood textures. Like these crates have really nice knotted wood. You've got the crate lids for a lighter wood. Got the rough planks if you want some bolts in them. Love the trophy heads as the tables too. Oh wow, lots of trophy heads. Must be nice to have a 700 slot home so you have 110 collectible furnishings to work with. Yeah, that hutch is really cute. We saw one the other night too, like that, and I suspect I'm going to be seeing a lot of these crate hutches. They seem to be something of a meta for the home goods entries, which I love. I love just exploring this new meta that I find myself in. Also, love the rough morsels now actually as holy crap, they are the perfect chicken nugget, aren't they? Wow. I wish I had more slots in my McDonald's because those could totally be nuggets. I've already forgotten what I used as nuggets in mine. I think I used sweet rolls, right? So I only had the one slot. Love the rough little porridge. They could be dumplings too. Yep, dumplings or chicken nuggets. Love the dwarven loaf pan. Hold up. Is that multiple trophy heads? No, it's just a big old Naventas. But yeah, then the bottom is made of like multiple trophy heads on either side. Oh yeah, my McDonald's. Go to my Twin Arches on PCNA if you haven't seen it. Yeah, of course I use Twin Arches, because why wouldn't I use Twin Arches for my McDonald's? But yeah, made that semi-recently, I want to say like March or April. So it's listed on Home Tours. There was a line to get in, right? Yeah, so if you don't know, I'm just at Trass on PCNA. Yeah, and then my Twitch decided to just auto. There we go. I'm just that on PCNA. And EU, technically. Love all the clutter. I love that. They're using a flame Atronach pet for the flaming logs. That is so cute. They're using multiple flame Atronach pets. They've got a wolf down in the fire, and there is a lot of animal abuse in this house. They're just using magical animals as like Flintstones-esque appliances here. Got the shoal bear outside, and got 2 flame Atronach pets for the fireplace. I adore it. Makes some good light. If you have the Atronach banker, you can also do that for some more interesting orange light. Hey, Disaster and Glitter, welcome in. How you doing? Ooh, Shamrock Shakes. Yeah, if you go to my Cold Harbor, just make sure you have a speed buff on. I have a Steed Mundus Stone at the start of the build, because like, if you're an EU main normally, then chances are your NA Touring Tune doesn't have enough speed to make it over the jump. But yeah, a Steed Mundus Stone will fix any issues you might have with that. Yeah, or put on a Ring of the Wild Hunt, or put on like any kind of speed gear, or speed CP if you have a CP tune. I just think it's easier if you're just on your like level 3 touring tune or whatever to just, yeah. It was worth the 3,000 crowns to just put a Steed Mundus at the start of it. Love this new sandstone block thing. There's also a Jubilee Oh, Aquana, welcome in! Oh man, I am adoring this build. Jubilee mount for sparkles, I'm assuming. I don't remember where I would have seen sparkles. Now I'm looking. Now I'm looking for the sparkle pony. Love that sunken brazier for a burner. Oh, that's cute too. Using the stew bowl in the pot, so it's like a pot of like simmering soup. That is so clever. I love I only just realized that's Vulcan Scoria as a trophy down there. It's a little clipped in Vulcan Scoria head for the embers. That is so funny. I love that. This has a really nice texture to it. It has everything except a trophy head. It's in the entrance port. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll loop back to that. Thanks for pointing that out. We always turn pots into plates and plates into pots. Yeah, everything is just so much more, I don't know, mind-blowing when it's just the home goods palette, where I'm thinking like, okay, what can be done with bread morsels? What can be done with satchels? It's just, I'm only like 5 entries in, and it's just blowing my mind what people are doing with this limited toolkit. The dwarven broom, the stacked up wood. So I really feel like I'm back to being a housing newbie in touring this. Love the snowball buddy as just a little plop of something cold and delicious. I want to say snowball buddy is ice cream. Is that like an ice cream maker thing over there? I got a little fish. Oh, is this sushi? Is this a fish in the process of being filleted with, I want to say, euphonic gatekeeper, some kind of trophy head, and then the cleaver. Yep, this is all still the home goods contest. We have a lot of entries to go through. Oh, round ice balls for whiskey. Yeah, it could be. I was thinking like one of those old timey ice cream makers. Like you get the bowl and you get the salt. I don't know how it all works, but it apparently is how you make ice cream. And then that's Velodreth for that texture. That's great. Anyway, Grundwolf, just a little bit of Grundwolf's plume. Just for, yeah, it looks like some kind of sashimi in the process of being made, and the rough bread morsels come in clutch again. So I'm guessing this is like a little platter of sashimi over there. Really, really cute. All the rough clutter over here. Beautiful. Alright, let's go find Sparkle Pony. Love the sectional. Nice bit of collectibles over there. Here's the first portal. Love all the nice use of the pets. When you contain it to a little area like that, you get a lot of mileage out of 10 NPC slots. There's Sparkle Pony. I see it now. Oh wow. There's like a lot going on particle-wise with the default portal and the singing wall, so I completely missed the extra sparkles in there too. That is so cute. It's like very subtle but effective. Like I noticed the singing wall adding that, and then yeah, hiding the pony that poops confetti is just, what is that? Jubilee Steed. There we go. Where you can hide this thing in a wall, and at different angles, the confetti comes out at different angles. It kind of gets launched with a little bit of force, so it's one of the easier particles to like clip a pony into the ceiling. I'm guessing like there-ish, and just have all the sparkles come down out of its butt. Really nicely done, Aquana. I really appreciate you pointing that one out because I totally missed it. That was fun. Beautiful. Alright, also just love the view from this extra patio you've built out here. Even making it like more complete with the rough planks around the base, so you don't just see the zigzaggy weathered dock bits. The 2-layer pot, inner layer have heavy cream and other science. There we go. We got Salvus the science guy explaining the ice cream science. Nice. So would you say that probably is what the snowball buddy was? Because I think I've seen that setup before, and that was my first speculation, but it could be any number of things. So I didn't check what the stirrer is. What is this? Rough spear. Oh, the fishing spears, right? Oh, those would also make really good nightstand handles and cabinetry handles. Our ice cream maker still uses technology. The outer layer replaced by an insulated. Right, yeah. Yeah, it's like I vaguely knew the science, but I knew I was completely out of my element for explaining it, so appreciate that. Also love the candle in the bowl. Just an extra little touch instead of just having the wax drip onto your nice mahogany table. Just have a little bowl for your candle. Really, really nicely done, Aquana. Alright, next up, let's see, we saw... Oh wait, no, we didn't see that one. Did we? Did we see an Autumn's Gate? I can't remember. Not a stand-in for an ice cream machine. It reminds you of a mortar and yeah, that could also be. Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, I think the snowball buddy was throwing me a little bit, but yeah, it could conceivably be anything you would want to grind up. Maybe some moon sugar. Rice! Maybe it's rice for the sashimi. We got a little bowl here. Or the sushi. I don't know. I'm only supposed to be a mortar. Nice. Okay, perfect. Thank you. It could be a mortar for a sugar block. Nice. Yeah, mortar and pestle. Yeah, it's coming through now. Very, very cool. Alright, so next up we have Gladys Winter's Autumn's Gate, titled Autumn Amble. On a cozy autumn day, Bastian has taken a stroll from his cottage, through the forest and onto adventures unknown. Well, an ice pick or a hammer would be more common. Nice. Oh, that's really cool, Crimson. Yeah, I've definitely seen them, and I think Mrs. Trask has wanted to get one before. Because I don't know how else you would accomplish homemade ice cream without, like, a big, expensive setup. Alright, we got some granite boulders. It's kind of funny how the music from your previous house persists as you go into the next one, so we still have the Elsewhere music following us to Skyrim. We got the granite boulders all around here. You're wrong with a modern machine unless you all always have a ton of ice at home, yeah. Or just get the Margaritaville out. Ooh, like this, with the clockwork junk heaps just taking us up. Mixed in with the limestone staircases you get from Somerset. Looks like they've covered up the actual Autumn's Gate house pretty thoroughly. Love that canopy, building up and up with all these autumn trees that kind of match the zone outside. You can see all the way to Nimmelton from here. Wait, where is that? Where are we looking right now? We're looking due south. It's the Nimmelton, yep. Forgot Nimmelton had that big of a building out there. You got a bunny. Just zooming. Little zoomy butt. Oh, he knocked over the bucket. Wait, why are there multiple oh, this is... Oh, it's a watering can! Look at that! Oh, look at that. That's an inkwell, and then multiple buckets. So you get the one bucket for the handle, and then a separate bucket for the body, and you get the little spout with the inkwell. That is adorable. I can safely say I have not seen that as a watering can cobble before. Little upside down sconce, like an upside down pot for the sconce. It's cute. This little log hollow that the bunny is pathing in and out of. Oh, using the furnishing vault for a door, that is a nice touch. When all you have is a collectible slot and you just want a tiny little door, boom, furnishing vault. I knew that was going to be a thing. And look at this. The very roof of Autumn's Gate has become this tiny little forest cottage now. That is so clever. You got the common lantern as a kind of a hooded overhang light. Got the sunflowers. Got all this terrain made of clockwork junk heaps. Little lamppost made of the sign holder and a common lantern. Really, really neat. Got some implied water. Oh, look at... Okay, I've seen a lot of uses for Lady Garrick's Sacred Shield. I don't think I've ever seen it as an implied little water feature. Because I can't think of any home goods items that would work for a real water feature, but here it's been implied with the lily pads all on one plane. You got some flowers sunk down further down. Got some slightly darker stone there just to make it look like that is such a convincing little effect with the Cold Harbor boulder down there, because it's kind of like dark and murky and a little bit of blue in it. And then we got Lady Garrick's Sacred Shield just kind of acting as the water rushing over the rock. Oh, and yet again, like back before we had real water feature furnishings, this was the thing to do. You take lily pads and you just make them all on the same plane. Yeah, and the crate bridge too. Yeah, all the stools as a little arched bridge. I love that. This is like masterclass hard mode housing. I know like home goods contests are supposed to be, beginner tier in a lot of guilds, but like when people start really thinking about all the options available, it can become just as much like a technical, like a sweaty technical competition as any other housing contest. Sister build your Cyrodiilic. Oh yeah, did you right? Were you the one who built the castle in Cyrodiilic Jungle House? Your name sounds very familiar. I'm kind of blanking on. Or are you saying you did a home goods build in this as well? And it was your Cyrodiilic. I love Bastion just looking for event. Nice, yeah, Maeve. That was incredible. I adored that Cyrodiilic. And yeah, speaking of taking advantage of the zone views, like that was one I really just appreciate all the balconies you built off to look at the Bandari Trail trade post. Oh, really, Crimson? Oh, that's cool. Do you have like a YouTube like do you have them posted anywhere? Like where I could see your Xbox builds? That would be crazy. Oh, I love this. The Fargrave curtains as this teeny tiny tent, and then the Elsewhere like pole rack, and then again the cargo crate as a little bedroll. I'm becoming very familiar with that particular piece of burlap, and then the hay bed for the upper blanket bit. And a very nice mountain made of granite cap. Oh, J Hart stored your homes on Xbox. Nice. I am so hyped that they've actually entertained the idea of cross-platform. So then maybe I can go tour some console builds at some point. I think I technically have ESO for PS4 somewhere, but I would have to actually find the physical disc that was gifted to me forever ago and install it. But I'm sure it's like $5 or whatever to get it on PS4 if I really, really wanted to. I love all these autumn trees. They just built a whole forest right above actual Autumn's Gate. Love that. That was a weird thing to filter stream elements. Yeah, we need our housing fix for sure. Love the variety of trees here. You got some piney trees, got some autumn trees, lots of happy yellows and oranges. Really, they packed so much into 200 slots. I am just in awe of how much has been done here. And we've got these upside down something or other for crops. What do you got there? Upside down sunflowers. That is wild. And yeah, because they're the clusters. You get a couple, individual plants out of one slot, and then the sunken down planter boxes is really nicely done too. You got this the strong sage. So this is definitely a seasoned build. We got the little wood chopper over there. I know I already made that joke on the Discord, but if Shadow's still in the chat, I just wanted to really just aggro them again. Some crazy lady... Man, Stream Elements is on a tear lately. Some crazy lady even got back into PlayStation for home tours after getting in on Xbox. Yeah, I would love to get accounts just to tour. I think I might have to do that at some point, but I don't own an Xbox. I do own a PS4, so I might be able to at least do those at some point. Love the rough clothesline there, and the little edges of the rough platform, because like the rough platform has one like jaggy side and one not jaggy side. So if you want like kind of like a rustic uneven fence, you can just stick that right in the ground and make a little fence out of the rough platform. Rough planks rather. So yeah, straight side and jaggy side. Really cute. Look at the chimney. I just adore this too. I saw it on my way by. I forgot to comment on it. This is just the centered rocks from centered column from Home Goods in Clockwork City. Ooh, I like how they mixed in the solstice vines in with the default Leyland planter there too. Very, very cool. There's such a vibe up here. This is gonna be a hard one to judge. Like, I'm so used to judging like normal contests where I am at least vaguely available, like I'm vaguely aware of what all is available. But here, it's just a whole different kind of like technicality to it. Guess you're gonna have to do your Ritz, Revy. Yeah, I have been better about doing my Ritz. Ever since the price of Telvar went down, for years I was like, okay, I would much rather have fun in my limited time of ESO and farm some gold from Telvar because at least it's spicy. But now, like, the effort it takes to farm, X amount of gold via like Telvar things, is not nearly what it's worth anymore. But the price of Ritz has been pretty steady so far. So I don't know. I'm just kind of biting the bullet, just going through with 10 tunes when I remember, which is not often, to be fair. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful home here. Love the footbridge. Love the implied water with the Lady Garrick's waterfalls still cracking me up. And this, just the fact that they really, really just sell the illusion with that like difference in height with the Cold Harbor boulders, just so nicely done. And they even made it like so you don't fall. Well, okay, you do fall through. I was gonna say like some of these boulder things are very gappy, so you can at least like walk across without falling into the edges. But yeah, if you want to jump in, you still have the option to jump in the fake water. Super cool. And now I'm drowning. Yep. There we go. Yeah, very, very nicely done. Love this new beach grass too. This is the new one, right? Yep, grass beach cluster. I know people were a little disappointed by the lack of density in these clusters, but honestly, if you just need a tuft here and there, it just makes all the difference, and it has so much like physical coverage, if not like, it's not dense, but it at least covers a pretty wide swath if you need it to just spice up an area. Right, very nicely done. And that was by Gladys Winter, PCEU Autumn's Gate. I always forget. I have to turn my UI back on if I want to disable my mouse thing, so then I end up swinging my camera all around. I wish the controls were a little more consistent when your UI is off, but I'm sure they don't design their game with UI off being the standard. Alright, so this next one is by Karkir72, Doomchar Plateau, titled Windmill. What can an ordinary windmill hide in a dense field? Many dark rumors have given rise to various legends about this place. Would you dare spend the night here? Would you be afraid to walk across the field? If you are so fearless, then the windmill is waiting for you. Just don't turn around. Someone is watching the windmill, and now you. Alright, really curious as to how they cobbled a windmill with home goods. I'm assuming curtains. I'm thinking Fargrave curtains, perhaps. Would know about it visiting with a description. Yeah, especially, in a house that can actually kill you, like Doomchar. You lead people into the lava. Nice choice here with the all the Vardenfell lava boulders. Got a little bit of granite down there. Let us explore. Oh wow, they did. Oh, love that. Just big long planks for the blades, and then the scavenged grates for the parts that I guess catch the wind. And then building up with, it looks like just rough planks, just a crosshatch of rough planks, and then the reclaimed wood. Oh no, those are the defense spikes, right? Palisades, way up there. Oh wow, I love how they hid like all the blatantly Deadlands bits of the skybox and just kept the sky, the very foreboding sky and the embers. Swear you saw the blades move, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, when you kind of pan back and forth, like the transparency of those grates kind of give that impression. I can see it. Especially because this house has like kind of a very animated smoke particle ambience to it. So yeah, I can definitely see what you mean when you like look at it through all the floating bits of smoke and embers and stuff. I could totally see it kind of implied to be moving. Creepy as heck. Also love all this dry Elsewhere grass. And ooh, these new solstice boulders that I was just raving about to Valandar last night. They're just they are the tippity top of cheap boulders. New favorite boulder for sure. I'm gonna have to like go. Zen, thank you so much for the sub. 4 months in a row. Oh my goodness. Hope you're Hope you've been well. Hope your night's going well. Really appreciate you popping in. Yeah. Good evening to you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh man, I really, really love the potential of these new boulders. Except now I have to like go through all my houses and think, okay, where can I swap in these boulders for my old things? And am I gonna cry when I realize how many sandstone boulders that I spent who knows how many crowns on, uh, which are now less perfect than these solstice ones, horizontal sandstone. But I'm glad we have them. I'm glad they didn't shove those in the crown purchase tab like every other good big boulder we've gotten. Love the tall grass. I feel like I'm going to be aggroed by Pokemon if I run around in there. Oh yeah, we were definitely talking about how we needed like a rough dirt path, and this is it. The underside of those sandstone boulders just really, really works. Honestly, these are the boulders they should consider redoing the vanilla zones with. Like, I know they're redoing like the textures on some of the clutter and some of the like floor textures, but if they could just make the base game zones have less horrendous giant boulders, I think that would go a long way in modernizing the graphics of this entire game. Because like look at the potential here when you have like this super varied high res boulder as opposed to like some of the copy paste textures we've gotten in the past. Like even this granite over here. This is Doomchar by Karkir72. So yeah, this is the granite that they made like pretty much every base game zone out of, and it's fine, but like compared to the new stuff, it's just so much nicer. And this is the first time I've really seen like all these new horizontal sandstone boulders be built up into a terrain like this, and it really just comes together so nicely. Also love this bridge. So hard to work with that granite without it. Yeah, looking repetitive or like with the striations, like you can only have it at certain angles, or else it doesn't look like geologically realistic or whatever. Yeah, love this bridge. I'm going to be seeing a lot of arched bridges with this reclaimed wood bridge, I'm assuming. Got just a teeny tiny hint of the Deadlands grass down there. I like that. It's like a little sinkhole or something, and then covered up with the boulders. Oh, we're in ads. Alright, and we are back. Sorry about those ads. And if you're a subscriber or a Twitch Turbo member, sorry about, that. Nah, I don't apologize for that. Probably should, but not gonna. Oh, wow. That is adorable. Little stick skeleton man. Oh, that's so cute. I love his plank teeth and his stick hands. He's the stick guy. Yeah! That's so freaking fun. This little memorial over here with the rough bamboo spears. A little chunk of rubble pile. All this dead grass just really sets a mood. We saw this in, I think, what, Arahova's... Was it Arahova's? Glade Song Arboretum, the one with the robots. Just this field of tall, dead grass. It sets such a mood. Goes great with the lighting in here, too. We've got a little scarecrow made from Grothdar, 2 clotheslines, and his Fargrave curtains. Kind of reminds me of like those old-timey Japanese outfits with the super obnoxiously long sleeves. Really cute. Little kimono skeleton. Or Atronak. Another memorial over here. Are these just people who like fell off the bridge and hit their head on the rubble? This windmill is very foreboding. I don't know if it's a scarecrow. I don't know if it's still 10 feet behind when yeah. No capes.